June 18th, my last day of school, Paul McCartney's birthday, and seeing the midnight show of Toy Story 3. I'd say that's a very good day.
Where's Potato Head? You would not believe what I've been through tonight.
So the toys are back in town, and with them a great deal of nostalgia. Now, this is one of my most anticipated movies of a very long time. Definitely one of the most of the year. But I mean, I, like any other sane person, love the Toy Story franchise, and I watched the first two countless times as a child and even as a teenager. And so I've been waiting 11 years for the sequel, and did it deliver? Oh, it delivered. Only Pixar can create something where you have such deep and profound emotional connections to toy characters. This movie achieves on so many levels that I was utterly entranced in my viewing. Maybe it was the fact that I was very tired, but my eyes seemed to not be able to leave the screen. This movie takes on darker tones than the previous two, and through that it can find more emotional depth. And watching this movie, I had the feeling of nostalgia, and that's one of the emotions that this movie takes on as a concept, and it just shows Pixar's true genius. Watching the interactions between these endearing and beloved characters is so incredibly well written and absolutely hysterical, but at the same time, you feel like you've gone on adventures with these people and you've been through all these times in the previous movies, and so when they're in danger, you feel like your friends are in danger. And with that, you can be on the edge of your seat and then 5 minutes later be laughing hysterically, and 5 minutes from that crying your eyes out. This is how movies should be made, and let it be an animated movie studio that shows modern filmmakers the way. Pixar's 11th flick is, to every sense of the word, perfect. While saying that, I do have some very minor complaints, but, you know, they're just so small that they're more just like things I notice rather than real problems. One being that the character of Lotso is incredibly similar to the character of the prospector of the second film, but I think Ned Beatty just does such a fantastic job and makes it very intense that it works a lot better. Also, there's an incident in this movie with Buzz that is very similar to an incident that occurred in the second movie also. And I just want to quickly mention the fantastic cast in general, because they each all did a fantastic performance. So I'm just going to read down them off IMDb. Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Joan Cusack, Ned Beatty, Don Rickles, Michael Keaton, who did a fantastically hysterical Ken, John Ratzenburger, who's in every one, Wallance Shawn, who plays Rex, and just anybody else, all the supporting cast. They're all just so fantastic, and the vivid animation and the voice performances just make these characters come alive, and you just forget that these are toys, and you just see them as real people. Now, there were scenes in this movie where I teared up, and there were also some very intense scenes. The action climax is just so insane. Like, it is nothing I have seen in a Pixar movie before, and it's not all incredibly dark, but it's just very real, and these raw emotions are just staring you in the face. It's just like having to move on from a point in your life, or saying goodbye to someone you love, or letting go of something that you've held near and dear to you forever. Each character, including the human characters, share these throughout the movie. In the beginning, when they're kind of showing like a Super 8 kind of thing of, you know, Andy playing with all of his toys, I felt like I was there for those moments, and I was there watching those toys, and just this movie connected with me, and I think it connected with everybody in the entire theater who had watched these movies as kids. Pixar doesn't make kids movies. They make movies that, sure, kids can enjoy, but that anybody who sees this movie will be utterly flabbergasted. That is the beauty of their filmmaking. They're not restricted to any demographic. They are not afraid to do certain things. They can play with every kind of emotion there is out there and still just have it work in the end. The musical score, obviously, Pixar makes the best of them, and this one is no exception. It is fantastic. So I'm going to give this movie a 10 out of 10, quite obviously. It is the best movie of the year. I'm sorry, Shutter Island. I'm not sure where it ranks on my favorite Pixar movies, but it's definitely in the top 5, and soon enough I will be seeing this movie again, and I'll be able to make a final decision. You know, I was really tired because I saw the 7 o'clock showing of the midnight premiere at my theater.